Hello, everybody. Welcome back here. Welcome to the channel. And I want to say thank you guys for the help and appreciate it. And let's dive in. Let's dive into the things that are coming in. As you see it yesterday, the moon was squaring Uranus. It wasn't kind of like a productive, or you see a certain things that all of a sudden one thing works, the other things doesn't work. You saw the energies. Similar energies they're going to be coming in today as the moon. It's going to be squaring Jupiter. I kind of like giving you a vision. You can actually try this, but you already know this. Kind of like a way to understanding how the energy and the gravitations actually works there. So the moon is going to be a squaring Jupiter. And if the Jupiter is representations of that man, so the moon, it is like a 90 degrees squaring him. So as you see it, that into the picture, that's what the energy will be. It's kind of like the intuition does not want to hear, does not want it to look at it, what is this growth is. So facing the lack and so on, pretty soon you're going to be facing the understanding. Okay, maybe for some reason you don't feel like you should talk, you should communicate, but that is going to be the part of the moon, that the growth that you're going to, some of you are going to have it and enjoy it. That is going to be when the moon is going to be joining Jupiter. And since the communication is the key, and you will understand that lack of the communications, it's a lack of wisdom there. Tomorrow, as the moon is going to be joining Saturn, we're going to be seeing it, a lot of wisdom that is going to come, particularly that wisdom is going to be connecting with Mars. So it's in a way kind of like the energy is going to be like this. Have you ever tried to listen to somebody who's talking to you at 90-degree angle instead of right in front of you or next to you or be with you? You to have the same point of vision in there. So you will be experiencing some situations, and be mindful about what are you thinking about others or with others, because this is level that Jupiter has been trying, but it's the same thing Saturn has been trying to helping you to understand that the lack of the communication is a lack of wisdom. Because if you were wise, you will always understand communication is a key, a very powerful key. Since Jupiter is in Gemini, okay, you will see that the typical Geminis, when they have emotional situations, they stop talking. And this is a one of these moments that you need to understand within yourself of what are you going to be doing it today. All right, so with that being said, here it's the chart, and that's what it's going to be at 7 o'clock in the morning up here. The midheaven, it's going to be pointing out towards the north node, as the moon, it's already squaring Jupiter. Okay, the moon is entering at 4 degrees and Jupiter is at 11. So pretty much the whole day, we're going to be squaring Jupiter right now. Okay, so with this energies that it's entering within Pisces, be mindful what are you telling it or what you feeling it in there, because all this negativity all of a sudden comes out. This could be a very kind of like a starting from a personal issues, but ending because the moon it's in Pisces. It is about with others. Where is your spirituality with others? How the things with about the others is. So there could be a lot of kind of like internal evaluations. Why not communicating and that? Why are you not talking? What is not having an emotions with others? Where you are closed off? Typical from the Pisces duality in there, it is about the one that wants to talk and the others that wants to be silent. So with that energies in there, be mindful about today, because you may gonna have some people who's gonna come in and talk to you, but you don't hear them. You're somewhere else. You don't understand it. You're in another place. Particularly, this could be on the work environment situation, since the ascendant is going to be at Capricorn at 7 o'clock in the morning, and the things can go south for just like flick with the finger. All right, the day goes with as the ascendant, it's going to be going at that Aquarius. Powerful energy is going to be coming in as a visions towards Mars. As you see at these green lines, these divine energies that it's coming. More it's going to be a focus of, okay, I need to find a new way. I need to find a new way to heal myself. The old ways doesn't work. Kind of like that it leads to, I have to look within the spirit, how the spirit to help me to heal what I need to heal. Okay, that is it coming into the moment of the energies that I'm good, I'm great, even if you don't feel like it, but you telling yourself like, okay, at the current moment and stage, I'm good, I'm great, and I'm getting better. So you're basically giving your orders to your own self, to that energies to flow and to be able to heal you. I hope, guys. All right, next hour, the midheaven is going to be at Sag, squaring the North Node. Venus is already uniting with Neptune on these positions. The ascendant is going to be pointing out the space between Saturn and Venus. What did you learn there? What did you learn within the depths? You learn love, right? So Venus is not anymore trining Mars. So some of you is gonna be feel like, oh, I don't feel the love with my partner. I don't feel the energies that it's coming. I don't know what is going on. The love is coming. Venus is in his way to meet with Mars, and you're gonna be seeing it later on. But as the current moment of time, Venus gave the best as the best she can. From where? From the depth of the soul, of the spirit to Mars. Now it's up to Mars, who is a retrograde, to reevaluate all this. So this is going to be some a very kind of like a feel like emotionally empty date, day to day, but it's all going to be worth it because you're going to be able to find your own internal emotions. Where are you standing at? All right, the next hour, this is going to be the midheaven at Capricorn. Powerful moments about that divine growth as this communications towards Jupiter that it's coming. Hopefully during this hour at 10 o'clock, it's like, man, what the heck I'm doing, what I am thinking. I need to be go and more better. I have to be more proficient at learning. The comfortable or uncomfortable, I need to communicate. Like it or not, I have to be friendly. Otherwise, if you're not friendly with others, I'm not friendly with myself. So this kind of like an energy is going to be coming in and remind you that the friendliness is very powerful as within inner, so it's an outer self. So these moments at work, particularly, there's going to be this aha moments. Hopefully by 10 o'clock you have kind of like an important meeting and you said something in there that changes everything just like a flicker. Okay, but be mindful about the energies because if that cannot happen, the ascendant that is at Aries that it's opposing Lilith and a squaring Mars, things is gonna go just like this. It's kind of like a taking a spark for everything to go in totally different way. And it's coming from the bottom. That squaring in there is particularly is the same way as the Mars. As you saw the picture of the beginning, imagine that the man is Mars. And now the healing and the Lilith is talking. It's like you cannot talk to someone who doesn't want to hear. Okay? You need to be wise with this. But at the same time, you need to understand that the communications is still a key. All right, the next hour, 11 o'clock, the midheaven, still going to be at Capricorn. We're dealing with the same energy as the ascendant that was at 7 o'clock in the morning. But right now, we have Uranus and the ascendant. Divine energy is going to be towards Lilith, towards the shadow, but it's the same time he is going to be helping. He is going to be helping you Particularly if you are in the work relationships in there. It's someone who comes in, it's like, you know what, maybe things was not good. Maybe things it was not right. Maybe you two should talk. But it's the same thing. You first talk within yourself about the internal conflicts that you need to resolve, gain the wisdom in there from those internal communications, and that's going to be turned into external ability to communicate with others, because the external ability to communicate with others is the key, because otherwise you're blocking energies within yourself that leads to the blockages of others. And you want to have a relationship, then you need to be able to communicate. You need to be able to talk. And since the moon, it is squaring with the Jupiter, some of those typical Pisces, I what to do to put the term in there, uh, avoidant archetype. But that it's leading that avoidance, it's more connecting with the this silent treatment uh, flavors. Oh, you're talking to me and I don't want, just go. That effect, that energy can cause a lot of effects to the four zodiac signs, which is that's going to be some Gemini, Sag, and particularly we're talking about the Virgo because that is going to be in our positions. So if you feel that energies, you need to understand they're collective. It may be not yours, because you maybe have an aspects in your chart that they are can do something totally different than there. Okay, so seeing it within yourself, it is about knowing your chart. If you need some help with your chart, you can send me an email in there. I'm available for your private readings. All right. The next hour, we have the ascendant is going to be with Jupiter. Jupiter is focused on what? Jupiter is focused on Pluto and Mercury, communicating and authority. You are focused of this portions of the growth that it's right now. It's telling you this is where everything starts. Everything begins there. You have to take it the new road. Just because in the past you haven't talked to people, you haven't communicated with this, you haven't done with this, now it's the time you to change. Now is the time you to evolve, to grow with this. So Saturn as these energies in there will be squaring the ascendant at this time. It's going to remind you where the Jupiter was. If you are mad at a person because of your personal situations, the person has nothing to do with that. It's you. Okay? And this is how you're finding these energies, that some of the things that you have within yourself, you have to end it there. And this is going to be a part of Venus. Okay? You are going to be learning that with no time. Yeah, talking about that is the ascendant that is going to be a Gemini. There is squaring the North Node, Neptune, and Venus, which is they are coming in together. Venus is at 27 degrees, Neptune is at 27 degrees. The North Node, it's 29. So things has to be ending in there. You to ending things, improper things, you to end up this kind of like a energy of avoidant and a silent treatment, because you do it that and then you're hurting yourself. Okay, it's very powerful. If you look at it, the negative energies, the negative energy shows up what it's growing more. And if you're growing more the more negative stuff's going to be coming towards you. All right. Don't say I didn't say it. Okay? Don't say I didn't say it. All right. Here is 2 o'clock. The moon is going to be with that positions of the inner work. They are focused both with the sun towards the family. Okay? You need to understand that the authority and intuition, if they are in the square, what is happening with the rest of the family. They pick it up with you. So when you are in a square with the authority, you need to know when to step forward, but you also need to learn as intuition, as the feminine energies, when to step back. Some of the masculine energies, they're missing this step back. Oh, I am a superior, or I am a greater. But you're not vulnerable, cannot open up your emotions. Or is this feminine energies that you are constantly wanted to be only your own way, And it's like, you know what? If it's not my way, I don't want to hear what you have to say. That is totally wrong, right? So with this energies is about to, now you're learning why you need to understand that the growth of that communication is gonna comes in. You have to grow up, simply grow up. All right, next hour. This is gonna be the midheaven, just a little bit before Venus is gonna be trining the ascendant and Mars. It's gonna be a reminder, what is this about? It's about love, love between Venus, Mars, and the involvement within the universe. Yeah, you may don't like it, Uranus from yesterday. You may not liking it, certain things from yesterday, but you are going to see within yourself the power of the love to remind you. You see, that is what you need to be, because in those sort of kind of like emotionless days, as the moon has a hard time within its own emotions, in there is, what are you going to be discovering? Why you feel emotionless? Why you don't feel this energy? Why you don't feel the other people are most likely to be in this hermit mode? This is why some of the priests, they have Pisces. They just like to be by themselves, and they cannot deal with others. Simply, they cannot deal with others. I'm talking about these monks, which is they disappear for years and years and years, and nobody knows about them. All right, the next hour, the midheaven is going to be at Aries. Powerful energy comes in. Oh my God, that inner work is going to be connecting with Mercury, Pluto. It's going to be connecting with the Jupiter. It's going to be showing up the moon. Hey, this is what you need to do. All right. The ascendant, though, that it's at Leo, is going to be facing off Pluto, Mercury, and the Sun. Oh, how big is your ego, by the way? Yeah, your ego is in Leo. You all have a Leos in your chart. Whatever Leo is in your chart, that's what you should seek. Okay? If you're is an ascendant or the first house in there, oh, you got some big one in there. If it's in the second house, what about the love and money? You mixing up the love and money with ego, how did that go? Right? Already at work. You're the most, the good, the best of the best of the best. But you're forcing your way into the employees, right? People who have a Leo that it's at the 10th house, most of the time, they are very hard on others. Okay, depends of the situations. Some of the Leos, though, I can actually, they can be the best professionals out there, but it's very seldom. Okay, it's very seldom. It all depends on where the moon is. All right, the next hour at 5 o'clock, you are probably going to be heading out home. You're not happy at certain parts of the authority. Maybe when you go home, you have to deal with the husband, you have to deal with situations of being a father figure and so on. The midheaven, that it's going to be at ending of Aries, Will square and Neptune. And you're not changing things, the things is not going to change it. I hope you get it that it's not kind of like so much to understand. But Jupiter is going to be with his last degrees of retrograde. Is going to be a reminder about this, because he's going to be practicing, and that it's coming in a few days. You're going to see it when he's going to be turning direct, just like that, just like that. All right, the next hour, that's going to be at 6 p.m. The midheaven, it's going to be squaring Mercury. Oh my God. What is this communications? A lot of people don't want to talk. You don't want to talk for the right things. You just want to talk. Well, you got to you have to talk for the uncomfortable things. You may not going to feel about it, particularly if this is a energy related to a 3D. 3D, which is mean making of money, real estate, housing, survival mode, love and money is going to be involved within that, because this is Taurus. Okay. Now the moon is going to be having a chance to see that I need to go ahead and do this. I can't just be depending on other people. I can't just do. I also have to participate. I have to cooperate. And the moon shifting in there in Taurus, she's going to be doing some very beautiful job. But when she shifts in Taurus, she's going to be squaring the sun. And that squaring with the sun is going to come in a hardship. We're going to be seeing it, particularly when the moon and the sun, they're going to be squaring to each other. This is going to be a lot of challenges for people who cannot put their material things together. But Uranus, the universe, is going to be there. It's like, okay, if you cannot put them at right now, what's about the future? You failed the test. Go repeat it. That's what is going to come. Trust me, it'll happen. All right, the next hour, the midheaven is going to be at Taurus. You will see that when the moon moves right there, this is very powerful trine. It's going to be with Pluto, as she's going to be shifting from the Gemini later on. We're talking about pretty much in the week energy. But right now, you're feeling it what the exit will be. Okay? It's all about you to feel the future energy that are going to be coming in and giving you as a downloads throughout the day. Because when you zip it up everything it doesn't work with others, guess what happens? You start looking within yourself. Deep. And that's what the moon is there in Pisces. Deep. Because tomorrow, you are looking at for that deepness in there. And that deepness that you're going to be looking at in there is going to be a Saturn, the wise man. Tomorrow, that's what you're going to meet. The wisdom that is going to be there. So referring from actions today, it's going to be helpful. Trust me. Even if you people come in and argue with you, there's going to be some, okay, tomorrow is just another day, all right? But you're going to see the conflicts. Hopefully you don't make a conflict at home. Particularly we're talking about between Virgo, Pisces, and Gemini situations. You see this red triangle. This is called T-square on the astrology. And with this energies up here that it's coming right now, you kind of like are going to be blowing off your emotions. Either you're going to be with no emotions, empty, ready to go hermit mode, ready to bolt out, ready to end things. The universe has different things in mind. Okay? It's got a total different things in mind. He's like, go ahead and look at your masculine vulnerability. Go and speak your emotions. Let's, together with the universe, we're going to find that love. And with that love, you're going to be changed. Because Mars, right now with Saturn and the moon, which is they're going to be coming tomorrow, they are already on that beautiful trine. And that's what you should be looking forward for tomorrow. Today maybe is not the time. If you have a hard time, it's like, let's talk tomorrow. Let's finish the things tomorrow. Today is not a great thing. Today is not the good things that it's coming right at this time. All right. In the next hour, the things is not going to be very great because of the ascendant that it's there. Again, those four zodiac signs, Sag, Gemini, Pisces, and Virgo is going to have some situations in there. You may feel pressured, under pressure. There is a lot of things that goes on in there. But come on, we have 4 planets at Pisces. So you all have Gemini, you all have a Sag, you all have a Virgo is in your chart. As long as you know it, what it's in there, you can go ahead and see what the energies can be. Either your intuition is going to be challenging you, either the wisdom that it's coming from Saturn, either the love in a vision is going to come towards you. While these energies of Venus and Neptune, they're going to be okay with Pluto, with an Aquarius, they're going to be facing these challenges of growth. That is the time you're not growing because you're not letting it go of old ways to create new ways within you. Go back into 2, 3 days within the reports, you will understand why if you have not watched them. All right. 10 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be at Libra. Powerful moments with the Sun, with Mercury, with Pluto. Balances wants to be made with Jupiter. Yes, that's the balance. And how are you going to make a balance? You're going to be making balance with talk, with love. Okay? But if you have unfinished family situations, it's not going to be, as the midheaven is going to be at Cancer. That divine energy towards Mercury is talking about the divine in the family, creates the ability to heal everything. You see, that divine energies, they're going to be talking to you. See, when the divine is coming to talking to you to create a divine family, then the situations is going to be absolutely different, as that energy is also training the moon. So the moon right now, it's like reminding herself why she's made like this. Because the moon is the creations. It's representing the mother. Okay? The mother cannot sit and be mad at the husband or the kids. That is a totally improper behavior. But you need to explain what's going on with you. But don't blame the kids. Don't blame the husband. Look also within you. And this is why you have a hard time. Okay? There was a place you didn't look in there. You. All right, and at 11 o'clock, hopefully you finish all this situation. If not, for those who hasn't been, finish it. Oh my goodness, hopefully you did. Okay, you see this big red T-square again. In there, the ascendant, that it's opposing Chiron and Mars with the midheaven is going to be creating some issues and challenges. Okay, remind you about again about that picture that I show you. That's what the squaring is. If you putting the one energy that facing another energy, but that energy is facing a different way, do you have a communications? Did the energy is flowing? If the guy or the person looks the other way, when you talking to him, how did that goes? How it makes you feel? Is there is a balance there? No, there isn't. What are you acting from? You're acting on a base out of wounds that it happens, and a base of agitations, aggravations in there. But if you overcome this with the universe, if you understand the power of love, if you go ahead and touch base with your primary emotions about family, now you're succeeding. Now you are winning there. And now you understand the power of communications. It doesn't matter how bad, how ugly, and how uncomfortable it may be, but the expressions is the key, because the expression can lead to a proper communications, because otherwise becomes what? Misunderstandings. And because of misunderstandings, you create more issues. You have more issues because of the gravity that it comes in is attracting that. Okay? It is about the humanity to go ahead and wake up. All right? If you're a wake up person, you understanding all this, you definitely know how to navigate that. All right? But if you are just a regular person who understand in the beginning within the energies, now you understanding much more with this behaviors from within, because the energy is coming here to help you. Okay, guys, to help you to grow. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Be loved.